Hello and welcome to another episode of the Williams Learning Lab. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to calculate molar mass of ammonia, NH₃. Molar mass is important because when you're reacting multiple substances together, they have a different number of atoms and they have different elements inside of them. You got to find a way to count the number of particles. All right, to do this, you are going to need a periodic table. Here's my periodic table. You can download one like this in the description down below. Use the periodic table that your instructor recommends. I like this one. It's at 2 decimal places, and that's what I recommend to my students. So when I am calculating molar mass, I do it in 4 steps. Step 1, write the chemical formula. Step 2, find the atomic mass of each element using the periodic table. Step 3, multiply by the number of atoms in that chemical formula. And step 4, add all of the masses together. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get started with this. All right, so we are dealing with ammonia. Ammonia is NH₃. Okay, so I wrote the chemical formula. And next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the atomic mass of each element. So I'm going to write these elements down. So I have nitrogen and I have hydrogen. Okay, so for nitrogen, I'm going to use the periodic table. And right here we see that nitrogen has a molar mass of 14.01 grams per mole. Using the periodic table, we're going to find out what's the molar mass of hydrogen. Hydrogen is up here and is 1.01 grams per mole. All right. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to multiply by the number of atoms in that chemical formula. And so for nitrogen, we only have one nitrogen in the molecule of NH₃. So I'm going to multiply by 1. All right. And 14.01 times 1 is going to give us the same 14.01 grams per mole. All right. For our hydrogen, we see that we have 3 hydrogens. Okay, that's kind of an easy one, but I do recommend using a calculator. So let's turn it back on. 1.01 times 3 is going to give us 3.03. That one's kind of easy, but sometimes they can get a little complicated. And you don't want to make a small mistake and end up with a big wrong answer. So we have 3.03 grams per mole for that. Well, the next and final step is going to be to add all the masses together. All right, so I'm just going to add these numbers together, and it may be easy in this case, but I like to get in the habit of always using a calculator. Don't want to be in a rush, don't want to make little mistakes. All right, so when we add these two together, we have 17.04 grams per mole for our final answer. All right, guys, it's simple as that. If you found this video helpful, would you please consider commenting, or subscribing? Until next time, have a nice day and keep on learning.